All right, so are we allowed to say this? The MLS is absolute scum. The MLS does not care about any other league, does not care about U.S. soccer. All they want is for the MLS to succeed. That's it. I've been saying this. Just look at the evidence. They have gone into all of these different cities that already have soccer teams, and they have just scanned around and then picked up teams. Not even picked up, snatched teams. Snatched teams that were playing in other leagues, other divisions, and they wanted it for themselves. They wanted all of those fans. They were looking for the biggest market, and they were able to just take them. So there has been evidence already that the MLS does not care about lower league soccer. All it wants to do is monopolize soccer in the United States. It just wants total control. And here we are again. They want out of the Open Cup, and the U.S. Soccer Federation is doing pretty much nothing. They already have a committee that is supposed to oversee these type of things. And instead of saying, yeah, you know what, you can't do this, you're not allowed to, we're taking away your Division I status, they made a subcommittee, and that subcommittee is now in charge. But let me rephrase that. Instead of being in charge, what they're doing is looking the other way. They're saying, you know what, that's fine. Whatever you guys want to do, you can do. But I mean, we have to act kind of tough. So what are these things that you want? And MLS, what they say is they want 60% of the revenue when they go into these away teams, these lower league teams, whatever fan base it is, because what MLS is saying is that MLS is the ones that bring in the money. So the fans that are supporting their USL championship or below that, these teams, no, they're not really there for them. They're there for the MLS teams. They're there for, the big bucks, Messi. It's kind of crazy to think about because ever since Messi came to this league, this started. And they're saying, the scheduling is off. But again, they're the ones that created this Leagues Cup. Why? Because of money. Liga MX gets more eyeballs, gets more revenue. So what do they want? They want to get into that market. So what do? They said, hey, let's join up. So hopefully with this, they get more eyeballs in the MLS. And it's just so frustrating because they have said for the longest that they care about soccer here. They care about the growth of the game. And it's been the total opposite. It's been the absolute total opposite. The beautiful thing about this is that more people are speaking out. More people are realizing that the MLS doesn't care. The MLS, it just wants total control. It wants to monopolize. Greed has taken over. The growth of the game is not going to happen if it's allowed. And if we think that by any chance the MLS is going to compromise, which they're saying they only want to have 8 teams play in the U.S. Open Cup, if you give them a foot out of the door, they're going to accept it. It's going to be harder for U.S. Soccer Federation to say, you know what, we messed up. No, you can't do this. You have to go back. It's going to be a lot harder. If they give them a little bit of leeway, it's going to happen where they're going to take all of it. It's going to be too late. And you already have one of the head guys resign. I believe he was in the committee that was supposed to overlook this, and he resigned because he was told to look the other way. He was told to not act tough. And MLS has gotten rid of journalists who criticize MLS. It's taken away their credentials. There's discussions with their referees, what's going to happen there. So ever since Messi came, you can't help but wonder what happened. Is this part of the terms and agreements that he did when he signed with the league? Or, I just don't understand. And then you also have Arthur Blank, the owner of Atlanta United. He's donating $50 million to U.S. soccer. So in a way, it's almost like he's buying U.S. soccer. Like he's giving them this money so that later on they can't say anything. They can't criticize him. Again, to have that closed system, it's just very frustrating. I hope people wake up. And there's a lot of calls right now to boycott MLS, to boycott season pass. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. And to support USL championship teams, USL League One teams, wherever that might be. And I understand. I completely understand. I said this before. This is a business. I get it, right? You want to maximize. You want your business to grow. The MLS, if I'm not mistaken, once upon a time was on the verge of collapsing, which is on the verge of failing. So I'm sure it doesn't want that to happen again. It's come a long way, but this is not the way you want it to do. This is not the way you want it to go. grow. You don't want this closed system, because in order for soccer to grow here, you need more people to watch it. You need more people to participate in it. And the beautiful thing about it, when you look at in England, it's so easy to look at them as an example, because soccer is the number one sport there. And I get that that's not happening here, but it could be close to. But the beautiful thing is, like, all of these teams, these lower league teams who beat Premier League teams, or look at all of the hype that was around Wrexham. Wrexham, for crying out loud, had more eyeballs than people supporting teams here. And so if that can happen over there, it can definitely happen here. So that's why it's important for us to, like, if you do any content of any kind, you know, make these type of videos, show your support for the lower leagues. And this is going to be telling to see what happens, because like I said, there are a lot of people who are saying they want to support their lower league teams and they want to boycott the MLS. We'll see what happens. This is all developing. This is all new things are coming out. I'm sure we're going to see more people resigning. I do not doubt that at all. But we will see what happens. So guys, please like this video, share this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you all on the next one.